Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Expensive Coins, the home of treasures, fortunes, and rare history hiding in your pocket change. Moneybag, if you love the thrill of discovering coins that can change your life overnight, then you are in the right place. Before we dive in, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video because what I'm about to show you could truly rewrite your destiny. Today, we are talking about 3 of the most valuable and sought-after coins from the United States of America. That's right, the rare 1-cent coins of 1980, 1988, and 1996. At first glance, they may look like ordinary pennies, small and simple, but let me tell you, these are not just coins. These are treasures, pieces of American history that collectors around the world are desperately chasing. First up, the 1981-cent coin from the United States of America. At first glance, it looks like just another penny, but hidden within its copper glow lies a story of value, rarity, and unimaginable wealth. If you're holding one of these rare pieces in your hand, you could be sitting on a fortune beyond belief. The 1980 U.S. cent carries the proud portrait of Abraham Lincoln on its obverse, a design that has endured since 1909. But what makes this particular year stand out is not just its age or its design, it is the era it represents and the unique variations that slipped into circulation. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the U.S. Mint was still striking pennies in 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them a warm, deep glow and a weight that feels substantial in your palm. Each coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, with a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and a weight of 3.11 grams. These may sound like simple measurements, but in the coin collecting universe, these numbers are the DNA of history. Copper, the primary material of this coin, has long been valued not only for its strength but also for its beauty. Unlike the lighter zinc pennies introduced in later years, these copper cents carried a certain dignity. Over decades, they age with a stunning patina, each one telling its own story through scratches, luster, or discoloration. Collectors prize these details because they transform a common coin into a rare piece of art. In fact, the survival of pure copper cents from 1980 in mint condition is becoming rarer with each passing year, making them an even hotter commodity in auctions today. Now, what pushes this coin into the stratosphere of value is not just its composition, it's the errors and rare strikes that emerged from the minting process. A double die, an off-center strike, or even a coin struck with the wrong planchet could take a simple penny and multiply its value by thousands, even millions. Imagine finding a coin in your change jar, its design slightly misaligned or its lettering doubled, and realizing that this tiny imperfection is the key to a fortune. These rare variations have made the 1980 penny a true legend among collectors. But let's not forget the market itself. The world of numismatics has grown into a global empire, with collectors in every corner of the globe hunting for rare American coins. The demand for unique copper cents like the 1980 penny is sky high, and with demand comes unimaginable prices. A penny worth 1 cent at face value is now auctioned for sums that can reach into the millions of dollars, depending on rarity, error, and condition. This is why we say, if you own one of these gems, don't let it slip away for pennies on the dollar. It holds the power to change your financial future overnight. Think about the irony. A coin once so common that millions pass through the hands of ordinary Americans each day is now a crown jewel in the coin market. The beauty of this lies in its accessibility. Anyone could have stumbled upon one, tucked away in a jar, hidden in a drawer, or resting in an old wallet. And yet, only a few lucky ones will hold the versions that carry life-changing wealth. It is a modern treasure hunt, where the smallest clue, a date, a mint mark, or an error, can unlock a door to riches. The year 1980 itself plays a role in the mystique of this coin. It was a time of transition in the United States, a period of economic challenges, technological changes, and cultural shifts. The penny struck in that year carries with it the energy of that era, becoming not just currency, but a capsule of history. To hold one today is to hold a fragment of America's past, a piece that has witnessed generations and journeys across countless hands. Collectors often describe the thrill of discovering a rare coin as something magical. The 1981 cent is no exception. Its deep copper tone, its precise weight, and its solid feel instantly distinguish it from later pennies. Every time you pick it up, you can sense that it's not just metal, it's heritage. And if it happens to carry one of the ultra-rare errors, then it's not just heritage, it's fortune. That is why seasoned collectors guard their 1980 copper cents so closely, and why auctions often erupt into bidding wars when one surfaces. Over the years, stories have spread of individuals who unknowingly carried these coins in their pockets, only to later realize their value. Some were discovered in dusty boxes of inherited belongings, others spotted in circulation by keen-eyed collectors. Each tale adds to the legend of the 1980 penny, cementing its status as one of the most desirable coins in the U.S. market. It is not an exaggeration to say that this coin has the potential to make you a billionaire overnight. While not every 1980 penny carries such astronomical worth, the rarest and most unique examples are priceless. And this is why you should never dismiss a coin simply because of its small denomination. The tiniest coin can hold the biggest fortune, and the 1980 U.S. cent is living proof of that. To fully appreciate its beauty, imagine the journey of copper, from deep within the earth, forged into sheets, pressed into blanks, and finally struck with the image of Lincoln and the Union shield. Each step is precision and history combined, and yet the minting process sometimes produced the rare errors that turned these coins into treasures. Those mistakes are no longer flaws, they are golden tickets. In the world of investing, people talk about stocks, gold, or real estate. But coin collecting is a quieter path, one where knowledge and luck combine. And among the countless coins available, the 1981 cent shines as a beacon of opportunity. Owning one is like holding a lottery ticket that never expires, its value only climbing as years pass and rarity increases. The lesson is simple. Never underestimate the power of a small coin. The 1981 cent from the USA is proof that greatness comes in small packages. It is not just money, it is history, art, rarity, and fortune bound together in copper. If you are fortunate enough to have one in your possession, guard it well, because it may just be the key to unlocking your future. So, the next time you come across a penny, don't toss it aside. Look closely, study the date, and check its details. That little coin could be more valuable than you ever dreamed. And if it happens to be a 1980 copper cent in pristine condition or with a rare error, then congratulations, you may already be sitting on a fortune. Next is the 1988 1-cent coin from the United States, a humble penny that hides more secrets than most people realize. At face value, it is just 1 cent, but in reality, it is a treasure chest that could change your fortune forever if you are lucky enough to hold the right one in your hand. The 1988 Lincoln cent carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909. It is struck in a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and a weight of 2.5 grams. Unlike pennies before 1982 that were mostly copper, by 1988 the composition had changed to a core of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. This change made the coin lighter and cheaper to produce, but also introduced vulnerabilities. Coins corrode more easily, and pristine examples are harder to find today, which makes untouched pieces extremely desirable to collectors. What makes the 1988 penny stand out in numismatic history is not only its design, but also its notorious varieties and minting anomalies. Among the most legendary is the so-called 1988 penny with the 1989 reverse, a transitional error that occurred when dies meant for the following year were mistakenly used. To the naked eye, the coin looks normal, but experts can identify subtle differences in the lettering and design details. These varieties have exploded in value, turning what was once pocket change into a 6- or even 7-figure prize. Imagine this, a coin that millions of people ignored, one that jingled in change jars and slipped between couch cushions, suddenly becomes the centerpiece of a heated bidding war at a major auction. That is the magic of the 1988 1 cent. Its rarity lies not in its production numbers, but in the unique mistakes that slipped into circulation, hidden in plain sight for decades. The copper-plated zinc composition also adds to its intrigue. Unlike solid copper cents, these coins are delicate, and time has not been kind to them. Many corrode, blister, or stain, leaving only a fraction in collectible condition today. This means that finding a 1988 cent in pristine, uncirculated, or error-marked condition is like stumbling upon a diamond in the rough. And diamonds, as we know, command prices that take your breath away. Collectors often describe these coins as lottery tickets of history. They look ordinary, but when you hold the right one, it becomes extraordinary. Stories abound of people who found one in an old jar, or spotted a tiny detail that others overlooked, only to later discover that they were sitting on a coin worth millions. That is why coin enthusiasts never dismiss a penny. In the right circumstances, it can be worth more than gold. The year 1988 itself adds to the drama. America was on the brink of a new decade, technology was advancing, and the world was changing fast. The pennies minted that year capture the energy of a transitional era. They may seem like small copper discs, but they are also time capsules carrying the weight of history. Every detail, from the image of Lincoln to the shield of the Union, reflects the strength and resilience of a nation, and the errors only add mystique to their story. Auction houses have witnessed breathtaking sales of these rare 1988 cents. Collectors from around the globe bid aggressively, driving prices into unimaginable territories. What was once worth 1 cent now sells for thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions depending on the condition and rarity of the error. These sales aren't just financial transactions, they are moments of history, where a simple coin takes center stage and proves its place among the most valuable collectibles on Earth. The beauty of this coin lies in its dual identity. On one hand, it is a piece of everyday currency, something millions once spent without a thought. On the other hand, it is a secret treasure, a fortune hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and steady hands to uncover its true worth. This duality makes the 1988 penny one of the most exciting coins in the entire Lincoln cent series. If you are lucky enough to own one of these rare 1988 cents, consider yourself a guardian of history and fortune. It is not just metal, it is opportunity. Every collector dreams of finding one, and if yours is genuine, you hold the key to wealth beyond imagination. This is why experts warn, never sell such a coin cheaply, never let it go at face value. Its worth is not measured in cents, but in the life-changing sums it can command. Over time, as fewer and fewer pristine examples survive, the value will only grow. That is the rule of numismatics. Rarity plus demand equals skyrocketing worth. And when it comes to the 1988 penny, demand is global, and the supply is shrinking with each passing day. The longer you hold it, the greater its potential to multiply in value, making it not only a collectible but also a powerful investment. The mystique of this coin also lies in the thrill of discovery. Every time a collector checks a jar of pennies, there's the small hope of uncovering one of these rarities. That hope fuels the passion of numismatists and keeps the legend of the 1988 penny alive. It is not just money, it is an adventure, a treasure hunt where every pocketful of change could hide a miracle. So remember this, the 1988 1-cent coin from the United States may look like just another penny, but it is one of the most valuable and ultra-rare treasures in circulation. Its weight, its composition, its errors, and its survival all combine to make it a phenomenon in the world of coins. Owning one is like holding lightning in your hand, a tiny spark that can ignite into a fire of wealth and opportunity. In conclusion, the 1988 penny is proof that the smallest objects can carry the greatest fortunes. Never underestimate it, never overlook it. Because if you happen to possess one of these rare beauties, you are not just a collector, you are a guardian of history, and perhaps the next overnight billionaire. Next is, ladies and gentlemen, today we travel into the world of small wonders with the 1996 United States 1-cent coin, a piece of metal that most people have passed through their fingers without a second thought, but which has the potential to change the destiny of its owner forever. At first glance it may look like just another Lincoln penny, a coin you'd toss into a jar or leave forgotten in the corner of a drawer. But behind its simple copper shine hides a story of fortune, rarity, and unimaginable value that could make you a billionaire overnight if you are holding the right one. The 1996 penny carries the proud image of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has stood as a symbol of resilience since 1909. The coin itself measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, and weighs 2.5 grams. By this year, the U.S. Mint had long shifted away from solid copper coins and was striking these cents in a composition of 97.5% zinc with a thin 2.5% copper plating. Though humble in appearance, this delicate balance of metals gave the coin both its recognizable reddish glow and its fragility, since time often wears away the thin copper layer and reveals the dull gray zinc beneath. That fragility is what makes pristine examples of the 1996 penny so valuable today. While billions were produced, very few survive in perfect uncirculated condition. Those that remain flawless, without a single scratch or blemish, are the treasures that collectors fight to own. And when you add in the possibility of rare minting errors, double strikes, off-center cuts, transitional misprints, suddenly this penny takes on a legendary status. In the world of numismatics, The tiniest mistake can transform an ordinary coin into a priceless rarity. Some of the most prized 1996 pennies are those that display unusual characteristics such as doubled lettering, die cracks, or even mismatched features that should never have left the mint. These quirks, invisible to the casual spender, have become the jewels of elite coin collections. It is these unique survivors that climb in value to astonishing levels, sometimes reaching millions at auction. Imagine pulling one from an old piggy bank or family coin jar. It would feel like striking oil in your very own home. This coin is also a time capsule, reflecting an America on the edge of the new millennium. The year 1996 was a period of transition, a world moving toward digital technology while still holding tightly to physical symbols of history like the penny. To own a rare 1996 cent is to hold a piece of that moment, a reminder of where we were and how quickly times have changed. Its worth is not only financial but historical, making it doubly precious to serious collectors. What elevates the 1996 penny into the realm of the ultra-rare is its dual identity. To the untrained eye, it is ordinary, yet to those who understand the mysteries of minting, it is extraordinary. Collectors often say this coin is like a locked treasure chest, and the key is knowledge. Without awareness, you might spend it without hesitation, but with the right eye, you can recognize it as a life-changing prize worth millions. Auction houses across the world have witnessed battles over pennies like this one, with prices rising higher than gold or diamonds. What's remarkable is not just the financial power these coins hold, but the passion they inspire. Collectors know they are bidding not only on metal but on history, rarity, and the chance to own something almost no one else on earth possesses. For the 1996 penny, that combination has pushed its value into the unimaginable. And so, the warning is always the same: never spend a penny without checking it first. The rarest 1996 cents hide in circulation even now, waiting for sharp eyes to spot them. It could be in your wallet, tucked away in a box of old change, or resting at the bottom of a drawer. The opportunity to change your life may be sitting quietly within reach, overlooked by millions but priceless to the few who recognize its worth. The materials used in this coin also play into its rarity. That thin copper coating means it was never designed to endure for centuries without damage, unlike earlier full copper coins. Each surviving example in mint state is a miracle of preservation, shielded from time by chance. It is no exaggeration to say that these survivors are rarer with every passing year, which only drives their value to greater heights. Imagine the moment of realization. You hold a 1996 penny, examine its weight and shine, and suddenly notice the telltale signs of rarity. In that instant, you're no longer just a collector, you're a discoverer of fortune. This is the thrill that keeps the coin world alive, the promise that an ordinary cent might hold extraordinary power. The legend of the 1996 penny is also fueled by its connection to Lincoln himself. His portrait, carved into metal, is a symbol of endurance and sacrifice. That the most valuable version of his coin could make someone wealthy beyond imagination feels almost poetic. A leader who lifted his nation in life continues to lift individuals in fortune long after his passing. Collectors agree, the 1996 cent is not just a coin, but an opportunity wrapped in history and mystery. Its value lies in its rarity, its condition, and the unpredictable magic of errors that slipped past the minting process. Every one of these factors adds another layer to its story, another reason why this tiny piece of metal is so powerful. So if you come across a 1996 1 cent, guard it carefully. Do not spend it, do not dismiss it. Study it, treasure it, and if it happens to be one of the legendary rare varieties, you may find yourself catapulted from ordinary life into the realm of unimaginable wealth. It is the kind of story that defines coin collecting, where the smallest coin can carry the biggest fortune. In the end, the 1996 United States 1 cent stands as proof that greatness often comes in small packages. It may be just 2.5 grams of copper and zinc, but in the right form, it is a billion-dollar miracle. Hidden in the folds of everyday life, it waits for someone with vision and patience to recognize its true worth. And for that person, the penny that once seemed worthless will shine brighter than any treasure on earth.